Vice President JD Vance invoked the name of Pope John Paul II while speaking to leaders in Europe. He defended democracy and warned about Christian persecution. Vance also joined other cabinet members overseas to discuss the war in Ukraine. White House Correspondent Owen Jensen reports.
Tracy, the vice president challenged Europe's governments to trust their people, control immigration, provide more for their own defense, and his remarks coming as the war in Ukraine grinds on.
Vice President JD Vance speaks to leaders gathered in Germany at the Munich Security Conference.
The threat that I worry the most about vis-a-vis Europe is not Russia, it's not China, it's not any other external actor. And what I worry about is the threat from within, the retreat of Europe from some of its most fundamental values, values shared with the United States of America.
Vance criticized Britain for charging a man for praying outside an abortion facility, and he criticized Scotland for telling people they may be breaking the law if they pray inside their own homes.
In Britain and across Europe, free speech, I fear, is in retreat.
The vice president says leaders should listen to their people because their voice matters.
As Pope John Paul II, in my view, one of the most extraordinary champions of democracy on this continent or any other, once said, "Do not be afraid." We shouldn't be afraid of our people even when they express views that disagree with their leadership.
Later, Vance joined Secretary of State Marco Rubio as they sit across the table from Ukrainian President Volodymyr Zelensky. The Trump administration looking to end the war in Ukraine once and for all.
But we want to achieve a durable, lasting peace, not the kind of peace that's going to have Eastern Europe in conflict just a couple years down the road.
Really, we want peace very much, but we need real security guarantees, and we will continue our meetings and our work.
As peace is discussed, the war drags on. Ukraine's Chernobyl nuclear plants under attack. A drone armed with a warhead hit the protective outer shell today, briefly starting a fire. The U.S. has not publicly revealed its plan to end the conflict, but Vice President Vance told the Wall Street Journal there are economic tools of leverage. There are, of course, military tools of leverage America could use against Russian President Vladimir Putin. But fundamentally, I think the president wants to have a productive negotiation, both with Putin and with Zelensky.
President Zelensky also said he believes President Trump is the key to ending the war in Ukraine. And Zelensky also said that President Trump gave him his phone number before today's opening of the Munich Security Conference. At the White House, Owen Jensen, EWTN News Nightly.